Hey, it's Danny from Conscious Calisthenics here, so I thought I'd show you again what I eat for my 1 meal a day as a vegan, which some people also call a plant-based diet. And I've actually come to a place called Big Mountain. It actually sells meat as well, but it's got vegan options. They have really good reviews online. It's the first place I've been that sells meat in a very long time. And I've just met my lovely new friend Daniel here.
What's going on?
That's really healthy as well. And what's your background in, was you telling me? Like, because you do calisthenics now, but what was you doing before?
I used to lift a lot of weights. I got into bodybuilding, and from bodybuilding I got into powerlifting, like benching, squatting, and deadlifting. Eventually got sick of the movements, really, and bought a pair of Olympic rings and kind of fell in love. And so yeah, I've just learned how to use my body instead of external weights and bars and things.
Yeah, cool, man. So yeah, we're going to go on in there and we'll chat to you a bit more in a short while. We're first going to eat some fruit beforehand, and yeah, what are you eating first?
I'm just going to have some oranges.
Yeah, nice. I've got some Nam Dok Mais here. They're the most sort of highly prized mangoes in Thailand, and yeah, just a brilliant way to wake up the digestive system, to actually get it ready for some heavy food. And we just ordered, what was it, vegan pizza?
We got pizza and burgers.
Yeah.
And hummus.
And a garlic baguette as well. And then they've apparently got desserts as well and stuff like that. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, how long have you been into 1 meal a day for?
Almost 2 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice. And how old are you?
20.
Nice, that's a good age to get into it. Right?
Yeah. I found Dr. Noon Amin Ra. Yeah, sometime almost 2 years ago, and researched his work for about 3 days, and then was like, what have I got to lose? You know, why am I not doing this? Some of the stuff he was showing about how glycation, the process of glycation ages you, and how the process of autophagy is like the opposite of that. And
could you explain to people what both those things are? Because a lot of people won't know.
Right. Glycation is essentially when you put sugar into your body, or you put fuel into your body, it only has so many places to go. Ideally, you want it in your bloodstream as energy. After that, it can store it in your liver and your skeletal muscle. But eventually it runs out of storage and it has to put it somewhere, so it ends up putting it on your proteins in your body, and that is just bad all around. It's just not good for you, because your body is essentially made up of proteins. The solid component of your body is made up of protein. If you're putting sugar all over it, it's just kind of a bad deal. So this ages the body. It's one of the main reasons that we age as humans. And so if you can inhibit that process as much as possible, you're not going to age as much.
Yeah.
And really the only reason that happens is because we eat a meal and all of our glycogen stores are full, and then we eat another meal.
And another one, and another one.
And then another, right. And so if you can just eat one time, it inhibits that process ultimately to the greatest extent sustainably possible. Because, I mean, we have to eat, you know, eventually. Yeah, so. And then there's the opposite of that process pretty much, which is autophagy. Auto meaning self, and phagy meaning to eat. So it's essentially your body eating yourself.
Yeah, so I call it self-cannibalism in the body.
Right. So the body uses sugar first for energy, and then it goes through fat, and then it goes through proteins. And that's essentially your body eating itself. But the body knows when it eats itself, it has to replenish itself, or else you're just gonna die. So you're eating yourself and then replenishing yourself. You're anti-aging. And so with this knowledge of these two processes, it becomes pretty apparent that it's very smart to only eat one time a day if you want to live, you know, a long life, and not only a long life, but a happy life.
Yeah, and a healthy one, where you function the best mentally and physically.
Right. Yeah, it's
be free of sickness and disease.
It just makes sense, really.
Man, fruit is good.
It's the best. Breaking the fast with fruit. So you've been eating 1 meal a day for how long now?
Just over 2 months now.
Nice.
Before that I did like around anywhere from 16 to 20 hours a day, like water fasting for over a year. And then I started learning about Ori Hofmeckler. I don't know if you've heard of Ori Hofmeckler.
No.
He promotes the warrior diet, which is a type of 1 meal a day. And I've learned about him first, then I found out about Dr. Amun Ra. It sounded really, really appealing to me. I actually tried to do it a long time ago and I just couldn't get it to work. I was doing some things wrong. And then just over 2 months ago, I ended up traveling to Phuket and I had to fast for over 24 hours. I couldn't get access to food while I was traveling. And then I went to an all-you-could-eat vegan buffet, ate so much food, and then I found that I didn't want breakfast or lunch the next day.
Right.
So I found by eating a lot more calories in one sitting, I just started naturally going in that direction. And yeah, I've just continued to go in that direction. And I found the difference between daily intermittent fasting with 2 meals a day to one, like a significant difference. Because I would normally break my fast before training and eat because I was concerned that I couldn't train in a fasting state because do really intense calisthenics. But then I'd eat that and my energy levels wouldn't go up, they'd actually go down.
Right.
So it wasn't actually giving me the energy that I found that I was looking to gain from it. And then I found, once I got into 1 meal a day, I was like, well, I'm not going to eat my 1 meal and then go and train afterwards. So I was like, I'm going to have to train in a fasting state. So I forced myself to do it, push through my mind's limitations and its fears, and I found that I could train harder, longer, I could recover quicker, my stamina went up, my endurance, like, it was just win-win. And then my body fat percentage started to go down, I started to get more muscle mass increasing, because obviously the longer you fast, the more human growth hormone production, you get testosterone reduction, insulin goes low, improves insulin sensitivity, which, you know, a lot of bodybuilders out there take insulin, steroids, testosterone and human growth hormone injections. This is a better natural alternative that has no side effects, only positive effects. So yeah, I went naturally in this direction rather than trying to force it, and it was just amazing. And I find that it just maximizing my productivity, like massively.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Because you have to consume something.
Yeah.
And so you can like really sit down and just zone in on anything you want to, really.
Yeah.
And just get it done.
Yeah, that's it, not focusing upon food all day long. It's just so much more convenient for a busy lifestyle, and I have a very busy lifestyle. And I also find when I'm traveling as well, it's so much more convenient.
Yeah, dude, you don't have to think about what am I gonna eat, when am I gonna eat, how am I gonna pay. Like, it's it's really amazing.
Yeah, it's like I used to eat a raw vegan diet for almost 2 years, and I was eating all day long, and it was like when I travelled I had to carry all this fruit with me, so it was more additional weight, and then if I run out of fruit I'd panic, and I just got in situations where I was just concerned about not having food and stuff. So yeah, it's just given me a lot more freedom in life, which is nice. Those mangoes are definitely a good break. So there's a chapati and hummus, it's got oil on, so we'll pour that off. They got the burgers.
Yeah, man.
Well, they're very hot.
Cucumber, lettuce, tomato.
Like on the inside. And yeah, that's very, very hot, so I'm going to wait for that one for a minute. Yeah, it's looking pretty damn good to me.
I think we can do a little oil for you.
Let's take that off so it don't go on there.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Paprika or
I think it might be. That's a very flavorful hummus. Yeah, that's pretty good. Chapati could be a bit softer though, it's quite hard this one compared to the majority of chapatis that I've had. It's actually one of the biggest ones I've had, so yeah, that's why it's like that. ใกล้ๆแล้วพี่เขาเข้าเรียน Yeah, I wonder what made the hummus from. It's just like the standard hummus.
Chickpea. I'm thinking chickpea, but not just chickpea. There's something
There's
else.
something else in there for sure. I can't work out what though.
It's a mystery. Mystery mukbang. And I saw you posted a video where it was like a, you know, what you do in a day on average, and how you went on a run like almost first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
That's like key, one meal a day.
Someone taught me that recently that's been following Dr. Ivan Ra's work. Like, yeah, to get you into that deeper fasted state, like quicker. Right. And I'm loving it because since I got into calisthenics, I haven't been doing running, and I used to be a runner. So I'm loving it, especially running on the beach. Right. Like grounding myself at the same time, like, yeah. It just feels really, really good.
I did a swim this morning. Yeah, it's so good to burn through all that sugar you had from last night. And you can get way deep on the fast way quicker doing that.
Yeah, exactly that. And it's a brilliant way to start the day as well. Because I normally just get straight on the laptop and work. But now I force myself to get out and do that, and I just feel way better.
That was good.
And something I learned from Arnold Schwarzenegger, running on the beach actually lengthens your hamstrings rather than running on the road, which yeah, I need to be doing that because I've always had really shortened hamstrings from doing a lot of cycling and running, so win-win. Can you try some of this? Yeah, this is some vegan garlic baguette thing. Definitely very garlicky. Good because I love garlic. Do you know vegetable police? He should be moving here very soon.
I commented on his video today and told him to come.
He was asking me where should I move to, and I said come here. For sure.
He'd love it here.
Oh yeah, he would. Yeah, I'll do training with him and stuff like that. Make videos together, like definitely collaborate and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, I love Casey, man. I've been wanting to meet him for a long time.
Yeah,
so that'd be sweet.
Yeah, I'll message him later and see what he's doing about that.
And you know the deal, man. You spent time in Chiang Mai. You probably went through the same thing he's going through.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, I think he said he was going to move around the end of the month, but I'll find out. Whoa.
That's it. Kaboom.
Look at those. They're black bases as well, not burnt. They're actually black colours.
Yeah, I'm curious. I wonder what's going on there.
It might be charcoal. They do that with a lot of things. You get like charcoal ice cream and I remember seeing in Man Mall, which is a big shopping mall in Chiang Mai, this vendor that sells like ice cream that had a charcoal ice cream and it says like healthy ice cream will detox your body, and it's like with dairy and like it's full of antibiotics and everything else. It's like, yeah, a little bit of charcoal ain't going to resolve all the issues with that. I thought that was quite funny, a bit of an oxymoron. Wow, that is an interesting looking pizza.
It's got some bay leaf or something. Going for the burger. Pizza and burgers, man. What a meal.
That's a really big burger as well.
It is, yeah.
Like, Whoa. That's good. Sort of reminds me of like an Indian burger. Not that I've ever been to an Indian place that does burger, but like, yeah.
Yeah, it almost tastes like curry. It's creamy. It's super creamy.
Because when they said tempeh burger, I thought it'd just be tempeh, but it's like tempeh with vegetables and spices and loads of different things.
Wow.
A lot of people think a vegan diet has to be boring. Nah, not at all. Is this look boring to you?
Wow.
It's good that they're not using like just garbage white bread.
Right.
Like,
It is good bread.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got to be super careful about bread. Bad bread can really mess me up.
For sure. Yeah, full on white refined flour, like. Man, this is good.
Yeah, I'm kind of blown away right now. It's so creamy. The patty is like
Creamy with slight crunch.
because of the veggies.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like massively oily either. I think it's just a little bit oily on the outside. Yeah, like Chiang Mai has a lot more vegan restaurants, but I don't ever normally go to one because I thought the food was not good at most of them. But here, there's like so many.
It's ridiculous.
And now since I got back, I found out about loads of new ones, loads that I haven't been to, so I'm going to try to every day go to a new one just to do these types of videos.
Have you been here before?
No. My friends mentioned it the other day. Yeah, and there's two Eat-Co's. There's one in Phong Sala called Eat-Co Brunchery, and they do like they do vegan waffles and I think vegan pancakes with vegan ice cream and all this other stuff on it. Like,
Oh my, that'd be fun.
yeah.
Really satisfying.
Really good. Yeah, just the texture of it is.
It's like cheesy almost. It's creamy. This is cauliflower, I think. Cauliflower.
I mean,
I'm not sure what that is.
pumpkin, I think that one. Carrot or sweet potato.
Yeah, pretty good actually.
Very nice tomato base, nice mixture of vegetables. No vegan cheese, but that's fine. Noisy, noisy animals.
You got dinner and a show.
Yeah. You eating at a Gama, yeah? You eating at a Gama?
No.
They do really good vegan burgers. Different to this one. They do amazing like gluten-free apple and walnut cake, and it's like one of my favourite cakes on the island. Definitely the best vegan pizza I've had in Thailand. Yeah, a lot of time when you get them, like, they don't put much vegetables on, and it's normally like a rock hard white base. It's just not good at all. This base is like relatively soft. And the animals finally wet.
That was the bomb. That burger, the burger blew my mind, honestly.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I think I might order another one. Got half this burrito left from yesterday as well. Very hot.
Do it, man.
Swaddy Cup. One more burger. A burger again. Yeah, same.
One.
Yeah. Yeah, so what we talked about earlier. Yeah, how many calories did you start eating roughly when you started, and how many do you roughly eat now?
When I began, I pretty much based everything I did on Dr. Noon Amin Ra's regimen, and he recommends anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 calories. And at first I was like punching it all in, you know, doing the math, and I found that I couldn't really satisfy myself even at the 1,500 calorie limit. Yeah. So I was oftentimes getting over in like 2,500 calories, 3,000 calories. And I was telling Danny earlier that I've gone through waves, and it really changes from night to night. Sometimes I won't even eat 1,000 calories. Sometimes I'm like, I'll go on a total bender and eat like 5,000 calories. But Danny was saying it kind of comes and goes with, you know, how much I've been training, how much sleep I'm getting, the moon. I mean, there's a lot of factors that come into play. So. And at the end of the day, I just kind of, I don't really trip on it. It's, you know, I eat once a day, and sometimes I overeat, and I feel like I ate too much. Why'd I do that? But I wake up in the morning and it's fine, and then I'm hungry again the next night. So
especially once you get moving in the morning, and that like it wakes you up, you're fine. Like
and you're not, as long as you don't, you know, wake up and stuff it down with more food. It's really ends up not being a problem. So
yeah, that's what I found.
I don't worry about it too much.
Someone left a comment recently. Someone that watches my video has lots said I can't do 1 meal a day because I need to eat 4,000 calories. No, you don't. I may eat up to that quite a few times, but you don't necessarily need to. Find the amount of calories that works for you. Like I said, it's going to be different from day in to day due to many different factors. So try it out. See how much that you need, and just eat until you feel completely full and satiated.
Right.
Because a lot of people think that I may overeat, and sometimes I do. But every time I always feel full, and I know when I'm over it because I feel massively tired afterwards.
Right.
Like if you feel really, really tired afterwards, you've ate too much, or you've ate like really oily food, because that slows you down.
If you can't walk afterwards, you've gone over the limit. But yeah, to be worried about not being able to eat enough is quite silly, because the human body doesn't really require that much food to exist or to live, to sustain life at all. You can go very extended periods amount of time without having, you know, any food really. Yeah. And so to worry about that kind of seems arbitrary or unnecessary. Yeah. So.
You gonna get the cake?
Yeah, well, I can't decide if I want to get that passion fruit pie or the vegan chocolate, or both.
Yeah, and as you can see, we've both got very muscular bodies. We're not like bodybuilders because we don't do bodybuilding. Otherwise, we'd have, otherwise we'd have bodybuilders' bodies. But yeah, just eating 1 meal a day helps you keep a really low body fat percentage.
It's so easy. Like I really don't even train that hard for periods of time, and I maintain my muscle. And urine therapy helps a lot with that too. I practice urine therapy daily, and that really helps me keep muscle on. But yeah, so because of the hormone boost that you get from fasting, it's like,
absolutely phenomenal.
It's like a cheat code to life.
Yeah, literally. It's a ultimate cheat code. Pancakes sound good to me.
Banana and chocolate pancakes, yeah, that sounds good.
I wonder if there's any sauces like strawberry sauce or anything. I like that. Maybe.
Also cake.
There's a place that does vegan milkshakes, like vegan ice cream and stuff like that as well. I've been there recently.
I've seen quite a bit of that around. Vegan homemade ice cream.
And yeah, this is from yesterday's mukbang. This burrito, the half of it.
Actually, after this meal, I won't be eating food for about 72 hours.
Yeah?
Every month I do like a 3-day fast.
Ah, nice. How come you do that then?
I do it based on the moon, actually. When
full moon's about to hit, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't do it on a full moon. I always do it when the moon enters my sun sign.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, it's a weird time if you ever pay attention.
What's your sun sign?
Libra.
Libra.
What's yours?
Sagittarius.
Gotcha. But I find that when the moon is in my sun sign, it's like something is like lined up. Like my inner and outer worlds just feel super lined up, and my body kind of goes into a natural healing or detox or whatever you want to call it.
Nice.
And so I always just go with it and just kind of fast it because I find I'm like not usually very hungry during that time anyway.
Nice.
And so I just kind of go
That's
with
a
it.
real good observation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah, I remember that because I'm really into astrology, but I've never thought of it in relation to that. So yeah, definitely do some research into that. Yeah, I'm a firm believer in astrology. I absolutely love it. It's really good to understand people. Like, yeah, and people aren't aware, like when certain planets are in orbit and doing certain things, and the moon, it has an effect on us, whether you're aware of it or not. So.
Do you know your moon sign?
No, my phone does though. My phone does.
That's a fun thing to know about people, more so than the sun sign, because the moon is like the internal, you know, emotions and needs and things like that.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah. Recently, I've gotten into Chiron, the asteroid Chiron.
Okay.
It's like the wounded healer, they call it.
Okay, yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
It's like your biggest wound that you have as a person, like your biggest fears ultimately. But it's weird because it also represents what you are really good at and healing others with.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that'd be really good to look into.
Yeah, it's really.
You have to show me some information on that.
Yeah.
Wow.
My Chiron, for example, is in Scorpio, and so I think it's like the most intense placement for Chiron.
Well, Scorpio is like full on, like.
Right, and it's so like I have all these fears about like losing things and death and transitional periods in my lifetime can get really weird for me, but I've always had this innate ability to really be comforting to people that like lose a pet or lose a family member or lose something in general. Like I almost don't even need to say anything, like just my presence can like really help people like that.
Nice, that's really good to hear.
Yeah, but for me it's like I have this like fear of losing things sometimes, and it's good to know your greatest fear because that's really your greatest friend.
Yeah.
If you can work on the thing that gives you the most trouble, you're going to make the most progress.
Yeah, your biggest fears can be your biggest strengths. What you need to do is face them head on, go into the eye of the storm, and it's going to allow you to become the best version of yourself. Like, yeah, it's definitely a very, very positive, beneficial thing. A lot of people don't see their fears as something that's beneficial to them because they don't see them as something that they can grow from. Because most people are scared of their fears and aren't aware that you can benefit from them. So yeah. So I got another burger. What did you get?
We got some cake. Got the chocolate cake. Got a passion fruit pie.
Nice. That's good.
Going for it.
And I got some food from yesterday, so I'm going to add the quinoa from that to the burger because I feel drawn to do so. And they offer a quinoa burger, so I'll make my own.
Oh my.
Most of the quinoa's falling out, but it's all good.
That's the bomb.
Hot. So what's that taste like except for passion fruit?
Kind of like cheesecake, very creamy. Milky. Sour though, because of the passion fruit. That's good.
Yeah, I think I'll be ordering the pancakes this year.
I'm still thinking about it. I just bit my spoon.
And that is pretty cool with the cherry on top. I'm going to get the menu because I want some other things, just don't have to look. We're probably the people that have ordered the most food here ever.
Yeah, we're anomalies. Everybody's looking at us.
Yeah, that always seems to happen. New restaurants when I go to. A lot of time I've had it when they come out, they take the order to the chef and they come out and they ask you like, is this all the food that you want? You've not made a mistake. I'm like, no. Then when we must eat it, or when they look at people like us, they must be like, how do they do that? They're not fat. Like,
another thing is if you go out to eat with people that don't eat one meal a day, they're all finished in like 15-20 minutes and you're still going, and, you know, an hour later. It just kind of doesn't work. Good. It's kind of dry, but the flavor is super good. You don't like chocolatey things too much, do you?
well, apparently I don't. But most videos I keep buying chocolate stuff and then my friends I say it's horrible and then my friends are like, what are you doing? I just want to make it more entertaining for you though. And then it's all good for my friends because they end up getting it anyway, like afterwards, because I don't want to eat it.
I'll have to hang around you more and get your chocolate.
For sure. Yeah, I don't mind chocolatey stuff if it's got like a lot of sugar or sweetness added to it. Not when it's like cacao, like just pure chocolate, like
dark chocolate.
Yeah.
90% dark chocolate. You're out.
Oh. When I got into the whole raw vegan stuff and superfoods and everything, yeah, I was into cacao, but not anymore.
Have you ever had raw cacao?
Yeah, I used to.
Super intense, man. Holy crap.
Yeah, I used to make smoothies and add like 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder to it. And then I go out with friends and we'd be drinking and stuff and I would just have cacao instead.
เนี่ยปล่อยไม่ได้เคยปล่อยกันอ่ะซึ่งลมซึ่งมันรสชาติต่าง
How do they do oats? No way.
ไม่ยอมได้อ่ะนี่ได้กินกันได้
Oh, they do peanut butter and Nutella toasties. Wow. I wonder if they could do peanut butter and banana pancakes. Oh, that sounds like a good combination. That's not on the menu, but let's see if they can make that.
I think they can pull it off. It's very simple.
Sweaty cup?
หอยมันจะโผล่ขึ้นมาจากดินนิด
Sweaty
นึ
cup?
งถ้าหาในน้ำอย่างเงี้ยมันจะตัว
You can make pancakes
ถ้าหาที่เป็นน้ำแห้ง
with peanut butter and banana?
ถูปากมันอ่ะมันก็จะปิดน้ำออกมาอย่างเงี้ย
And banana. Could you do it like you see here?
แต่วันนั้นไปเจอฝรั่งนะเอาคราดเลยนะ
On top.
คราดขึ้นอย่างเงี้ย
Yeah, peanut butter, banana. Yeah, okay, we keep menu.
เบิ้ล
Yes, so they can make us a custom order of pancakes with peanut butter and banana.
คนไทยเนี่ยช้อนจ้ารุ่นคราดใช่
They do fried banana, that's not good. That's, yeah,
วันนี้
definitely not
จอน
good.
บอกคราดไปดีกว่ามันเนี่ยว่าอย่าเลยว่าอายเขาแต่เขามันถามว่าเอาไปขายยังไง
Yeah, for being a non-vegan place, this has got a lot of vegan options. This is really good. And high quality vegan
เซน
options.
เขายังไม่มีป้ายร้าน
วันนี้ผมก็
ต้องผ่าน
จอดอยู่2 ร้านก็ถามร้านไก่ได้ป่ะ
ปากตรงกลางเยอะๆ
ผมรู้ว่าถ้าหาเจอแกก็จำผมไม่ได้
พี่ก็ว่าเลยได้เดี๋ยวมา
Yeah, really good prices here as well. Quite a few places I go to, dishes are like 200 to 220. Like, you can get dishes as low as like, what, 70 baht for like pad thai. That's pretty cheap.
I'll save you a sliver of chocolate. Satisfy your
Hey, yeah, that'd be enough for my
chocolate curiosity. Pretty good.
It's a bit dry, you said, but that's a good chocolate cake. I actually like that one.
เปิดเป็น
Definitely need some ice cream though.
ห้องพัก
That would help with the
ปลา
dryness.
ที่ทาอะไรเงี้ยมันนอนเป็นชั่วโมงอ่ะแป๊บๆอะไรเงี้ย
Yeah, at Ghana they do this like beetroot chocolate cake. So the densest chocolate cake that I've ever seen, and it just tastes like pure cacao. Like it's just far too much for me.
ลูกค้าพามาพี่เอกพามา
ได้ทั้งสองทาง
Moon's poking out over there.
ถ้าไม่ดูเอาพี่เองไม่ดูหรอกว่าเราจ้าง
Yeah, just about.
จริงจังจริงจังได้ไหมไม่เจ๊งไม่อะไรนะ
เฮ้ยไปจริงไม่
You're
รู้
gonna
แต่จริงจั
stay
ง
away from the full moon party.
ไม่จริงจังทำหลายอย่างแล้วอ่ะ
Yeah. I'm thinking the same.
Yeah. I've met like quite a few new people recently from the gym. One of them's like a DJ, keeps inviting me to events that are in the daytime, normally from like 1 or 4 p.m. So I might go to some of them soon because, yeah, I don't mind doing that in the daytime. I love music and stuff. So.
Yeah, kind of the OMAD thing. It's like nighttime is like feast and go to bed.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah, just wind down. Like,
maybe not for me though, because I guess this weekend I'm gonna be fasting. So,
Yeah,
but I probably will want to be sleeping. Or not, I might just have like crazy energy that happens sometimes.
เลี้ยงวัวนี่ยุ่งนะต้องเช้าเย็นเที่ยงครับเช้าเที่ยงเย็นทำเวลาเดิมครับ
so what benefits do you notice from doing like the 72-hour fast, like afterwards? Do you notice much?
It can kind of, it's useful if I go a little too crazy. I can kind of go back and walk backwards through some of my decisions and clean up. It's like a general maintenance thing for me. On top of my daily fast, it's yeah, it's like a deep. It's always a deep thing, and it's a good time for me to process emotions too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because doing longer fasting, I've done it a lot before. It definitely brings a lot of emotions to the surface that need to be processed, stuck in your energy body or emotional body, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, nice.
So yeah, it gives me time to alone time to just kind of process everything and go deep and heal. And it's going to be a good one this time during a full moon. And full moon fasting is always a really trippy time.
ก็เล็กไปไหนไม่ได้พี่เอกอะไปไหนนานๆไม่ได้วัวตายหมด
ฤดูที่แล้วมีคนมากวาดซื้อ
This mukbang's a lot easier than yesterday. I went to 4 different places to get food and then bring it home. Gosh. That was a mission. Mission accomplished.
8 เดือนนี่1,000 ล้านนะแยกเข้าซื้อ
Have you done infrared saunas before?
No.
We got one at Orion.
Orion Healing Center?
Yeah, I go there like multiple times a week. It's really good for detoxification. Like, makes you feel really good. And like infrared saunas, you lose around 15% less water and about 15% more toxins.
Wow.
In comparison to standard saunas or steam rooms. So, really good. Makes you feel amazing. And like, especially if you have really salty food, it really helps get out the salt from your food as well. I remember listening to Dr. Rhonda Patrick, what she says about like saunas in general, because she was mostly focused on infrared saunas. Instead of it causing dysphoria, like a euphoria, it causes dysphoria. So it makes you feel like more slower and stuff. And the reason why the body does that, it thinks you're in an environment, like you're trapped somewhere basically with really hot temperature, and it wants you to get the dysphoria effect, so you start feeling like you need to move and go. And then what it does is, by doing that on a regular basis or even just one session, then when you go and run, for example, or do exercise, because your body obviously thinks you're trying to escape from the heat, it makes the endorphin release longer and more intense.
You're like supercharged.
Yeah, so afterwards I go and run. And like the effects, like the endorphin rush is like so much more profound. Like I highly recommend it.
I gotta try that.
Yeah, you can come with me this week or something and we go and try it. it's very profound, like, yeah, really amazing. And yeah, the more you do that on a regular basis, the more your body will release even more endorphins and last longer and stuff. So yeah. Body hacking again. In many different ways.
Got a few tricks up our sleeve.
Yeah. Yeah, just tapping into these amazing natural things in the body. Like, you done the Wim Hof breathing method?
Oh yeah.
There's a Wim Hof event every Saturday with the ice baths.
Really?
I think it's on tomorrow as well. I'll give you the details. Yeah,
That'd be fun. Yeah, I've never done it with other people. But
yeah, someone that's literally been trained by Wim Hof and is really good friends with Wim Hof, and he teaches all other different things as well. So yeah, my friends have been really telling me about it and saying it's really good. So
yeah, Wim Hof method's freaking awesome. I've had some fun experiences doing that.
Yeah.
And it's what I find really uncanny about it is the DMT release in your brain, because I've smoked DMT and I've done Wim Hof, and it's the same. It's literally the same thing. So it's amazing that you can just have a psychoactive out of body experience by just breathing in a really simple way, just oxygenating your body.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't know about the Wim Hof method, search it up. Some people know Wim Hof as the Iceman. Teaches you specific breath work, a lot of time combined with like ice, cold water therapy or ice baths. Has profound healing benefits mentally and physically. Like, yeah, it just makes you feel so alive. Yeah, wake up in the morning, do that, you feel really energized. Get in a cold shower for 3 minutes, makes neuroadrenaline levels go through the roof. Being in a cold shower for at least 3 minutes is shown through science. Like, yeah, 1 meal a day, Wim Hof method, like doing cold shower every morning, 3 minutes. That alone is what energizes you. You ain't gonna need coffee anymore.
Yeah. You know, I typically drink quite a bit of coffee, but since I've been in this climate, I think I don't need it. Like the hot weather is, for some reason, keeps everything moving, because I kind of use it as a tool to well, in Ayurveda, my dosha is a kapha, so kind of slow and water and earth, so kind of muddy. So coffee can kind of help move things along for me, but here I'm like, I don't even want it really.
No, I can imagine. Yeah.
But I just came from New York, where it was like snowing almost every day.
Oh wow.
And,
yeah, totally different environment.
Yeah, so I'm like going crazy with the coffee, because
yeah, Ori Hofmeckler talks a lot about coffee, the one that promotes the one meal a day warrior diet style. And yeah, if you do it in the right way, you have the right coffee and the right dosage at the right times, it has like a whole host of benefits, like neuroprotective benefits, like so many different things. Like,
Dr. Noonam Rod drinks quite a bit of coffee.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he mentions that there's some sort of phase 2 enzyme within coffee, some sort of nutrient within coffee that allows your liver to release another enzyme that actually allows you to detox at a faster rate. So yeah, and I think there's other like anti-aging benefits to coffee that
so many benefits. I can't remember them all, but Ori Hofmeckler talks about it a lot. And he says to combine it, like have one in the morning, like no more than a 2-ounce espresso in the morning, and one before training. Yeah. It says if you start to have, I don't know if it's 50 or 100 milligrams of coffee per 2 ounce of most standard coffees, but it says once you start to have more than that, then the body starts to have negative effects. And you also want to make sure that it's fresh beans that are unground, and like the highest quality beans possible, because they're sprayed to crap, like so much with pesticides. So that's where a lot of people get negative effects with coffee. They're drinking too much, it's full of pesticides, and you shouldn't be having it alongside food, from what I learned from Ori Hofmeckler. So there's a way to do it right and not. Yeah, and I've never been a coffee drinker, but I experimented last year, I think like 2 or 3 times, and I was doing high intensity interval training on a spin bike. and I tested it without coffee, with coffee, and then without coffee with drum and bass music. And I noticed that my power went up by about 20% and my heart rate went up a lot as well, and I burnt about 20% more calories with the coffee. Then I tried it with drum and bass and I got the same results with drum and bass as with coffee, but I haven't tried them both together, so yeah, it's a pretty interesting experiment. Yeah. The bike might actually start moving, the spin bike, if I had drum and bass and coffee.
I haven't done an experiment quite like that, but I do notice when I drink coffee, I totally have an edge when it comes to training.
Yeah.
Like whether it's aerobic training or strength training, I definitely have an edge. And you know, Olympic athletes, they can't have any caffeine in their bloodstream.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean, that kind of right there is proof for me that it gives you a competitive advantage.
No way. And that is like the rules, they're not allowed to.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting. I wonder if that guarana's got is a source of caffeine as well. Guarana's actually stronger than coffee.
I've never tried.
Yeah, guarana's about 20 times stronger than coffee. So it's like it's like taking drugs. Like literally, I've tried it before. That with cacao, like. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, coffee can definitely be good if done correctly, for sure. And yeah, people that get negative effects from it, some people have a specific genetic defect where they cannot process it, so that's why some people get a negative effect. You can get tested for that through 23andMe to find out, so some people can't. But yeah, people that haven't, then you shouldn't have any issues with it as long as you follow the guidelines that I've mentioned. So the pancakes have arrived with peanut butter on top. I think the bananas are inside. We're not going to start eating it because it's really hot. But yeah, what was you saying about, speaking to someone about one meal a day?
Yeah, we were talking about, I just mentioned to a friend the other night about eating one meal a day, and she was hesitant to even try it because she said in the past that if she went periods of time without eating, she would start to feel kind of freaked out, even kind of lightheaded and nervous, and feeling like she needs to eat some food to slow down.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know what to recommend to her other than to just kind of stick it out. What I think is happening is it's just a change in blood sugar.
Yeah.
And it's something that it's not going to hurt you. I really don't think so.
No, not at all. Definitely not. Like, yeah, and what it is, a lot of people are so used to eating constant foods that their body's so adapted to getting the fuel from their food that their body's not so efficient at burning its own body fat as fuel. So normally people cannot feel so good. Some people will be fine, some people won't, but around a 2-week period you might not feel so good, but after that 2-week period you become more fat adapted. So it definitely becomes easier over time. Like I was saying, maybe she isn't drinking a lot of water, maybe she's not eating enough calories the day before. There could be many different reasons for it.
I mentioned to her also the hormone ghrelin.
Yes.
Basically, when you give your body food on a schedule, like you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it will start to expect breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it will release hormones in order to help you digest the food. Yeah. And then you go a day without food, and the body's thinking it's going to get food at a certain time, and so it starts releasing the hormones, and you start feeling hungry, like, oh, okay, it's time to eat. Yeah. But if you just push through that, it goes away. Yeah. And then you feel really good. Yeah. You feel like on top of the world.
Exactly. Yeah. It's used to those rhythms of eating. So when you start to feel like what people say hunger pains and that noise, that grumbling noise, that is ghrelin being released within your digestive system. And it's actually a good thing because it's producing new neurons in your brain. The reason why it's doing that is because it wants you to go and find food. Right. So yeah, it's not a bad thing at all. It's actually a really, really good thing.
And it's super easy to reprogram. Especially, I found a good tip is to use
That is good.
Oh man. A good tip that I have is to use the sun. Because your body, whether you know it or not, is in a general rhythm with the sun and the moon and all the other stars. But if you can eat your meal at the same time every day, based on when the sun, like for example, I like to eat when the sun goes down. That's generally like my time to eat. Your body will really get into a nice rhythm, and the hormones and everything will just line up the same way every day, and it makes it a lot easier. Yeah. So that's a good tip for one meal a day.
Yeah, for sure. This pancake. I thought they were going to put pancakes on top. They've actually cooked the pancakes through. I mean, the bananas through the pancake.
That's the best.
You want to try?
Yeah.
Wow. That's again another texture like thing going on there.
Oh my.
And the peanut butter combined.
มันไม่มีอะไรมาเกี่ยวเป็นพิเศษ
I think I could eat another one after this. Not even at the end of it, but.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
It's like a donut. It really is.
Yeah, it's like a really, really thick doughy.
Super doughy.
Or if I called it a donut then, because you just said donut, but pancake, not donut.
เป็นสาเหตุที่ทำไมในกรุงเทพมีค่ายทหารเต็มไปหมดเลยค่ายทหารในกรุงเทพนี่คือกิน
Yeah, that's the bomb. Wow. I'd probably get chocolate on it, but.
ไปทางไหนที่ต้องมีค่ายทหารเยอะแยะเลย
Hey, look at the moon. Whoa.
Nice, very bright.
I think it's. Yeah, it just went into Libra
Nice.
a few hours ago.
ตามประวัติศาสตร์
Wow.
ทหารจะมีส่วนร่วมแค่ตอนช่วงสร้างชาติต่อสู้
Definitely craving ice cream though, for sure.
หลังจากสร้างชาติแล้ว
I'm an ice cream junkie.
แบบไม่มีดิวตี้นะไม่มีหน้าที่อะไรที่ต้องทำความกดดันไอ้คนตำรวจเอกเสรีที่สุด
Yeah, and combining training while fasting multiplies all the effects as well. Right?
I can't imagine training not in a fasted state now. Like how I used to do it too. You know, I would go like eat like 3 cheeseburgers and then go to the gym and lift weights afterwards. I think now, like, how did I even do that? Like, how was that even possible?
Yeah, it's like you just push through it sort of thing and you're just used to it. So
Yeah.
trying to go back to that now.
No, I'd be so screwed. I'd have to take a nap if I ate that.
Yeah, I remember when I used to do long distance cycling, what I got taught by certain people is you need to eat carbs every hour.
They have the little gel packets all the
So I take
time.
loads of things with me. Like,
Even for me now, I've reached a point where it's even like water is like, why would I drink water while or before I train? Even water kind of slows me down.
interesting.
I really prefer to be in a dry fasted state for most of my day.
Nice.
Besides urine therapy, that's generally all I consume all day.
Yeah, I found that I was doing mostly dry fasting until probably like the last 3 weeks. I don't know why, but my water intake's gone up massively. But actually, since I changed my training more, because my training is like absolutely insane for like an hour. Like it's like maximum intensity for every exercise, where I can barely finish every exercise for like an hour or so.
You do quite a bit of like circuit stuff too. You like hop from one to the other, not much breaks.
Yeah. Try and rest as short as possible.
Right.
So yeah, I found that in a place where it doesn't have aircon, like I sweat so much that it's just like, yeah, I need to like try and cool myself down a bit. And, yeah. But where do you get your protein from?
Whatever.
You're not eating loads of animal food.
Whatever I eat. Protein is such a. We don't need that much, and even to build muscle, you don't really need that much protein at all. Maybe 0.8 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight is about all you need. And for me, my general diet, I get plenty of it. So I don't really do too much protein powder or anything like that. And because building muscle's got so much more to do with hormones.
That's what I'm telling people all the time.
It's like that's the key right there. And
yeah, so what happens when bodybuilders start taking steroids and stuff to boost testosterone? They blow up like a balloon.
Right.
Like that's not the shoe to their diet at all.
Right.
Yeah, hormone production like all of the way. That's what I'm trying to do, as many different things as I can to boost human growth hormone and testosterone. Like,
Headstands. You getting the headstands yet?
no.
That like super boosts human growth.
Yeah?
hormone. Yeah, it does.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've heard it and I've really experienced it. Doing headstands before and after I train. I'm not sure which one would
How
be
long would you do them for?
minutes at a time. Yeah, really as long as
Wow.
I feel like it.
So is it because you're upside down? So is it kind of...
There's something about the legs and human growth hormone, because if you do leg work like heavy squats or
even
deadlifts, right, it really boosts that hormone. And so there's something about the legs and sprints really boost human growth hormone. And so if you do a headstand, you invert yourself. It kind of, I don't know what really goes on.
Wow.
Why that happens, but I feel it. I feel definitely more charged, and the way that it gets your blood flowing too, it's like
It's replicating what an inversion table does. I used to do them all the time back in Phuket where they have one like, going upside down allows, like, I can't remember which way it's round, but it allows like old blood to circulate into different areas and put new blood into other areas, which gives you a whole host of benefits. So yeah, and it's really good for the lymphatic system as well, for detoxification.
Hi.
and it flips your perspective on life. It totally does. If you do headstands outside, you start to look at things. The trees look so weird upside down. And people look
I get a bit freaked out when I'm upside down. I feel like I'm going to fall off the edge of the earth, or the earth's going to fall.
Yeah, you're going to float away. Like it's weird, and so it changes your perspective on the way you look at things. Everything's a lot weirder than we get used to you know, right side up. And you flip around, it's like, whoa, this place is really weird actually.
See, I think we're done, even though I feel that I could eat more food, but maybe I will. If I do, I'll put the camera back on. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed our interaction together with my lovely new friend that knows me through YouTube, which is good. And yeah, I'm sure he'll be doing some more videos with me as well. We can do training together and lots of other things. So yeah, he's a really cool guy. So yeah, it's good fun. So yeah, if you have any questions for either of us, I'll tell him if there's any questions for him, and he can reply to them if he wants to. Put them down below.
You can find me on YouTube and Facebook. My name is Daniel Drury. My last name D-R-U-R-Y.
So we'll put the links down below for his Instagram and his YouTube. Definitely go and check out his channel. I'm sure he's got loads of good information to share with you as well, just like I have. So yeah, that's cool. And if you like the video, like it down below, share with others, and subscribe to receive a lot more videos from me on a regular basis. Make sure you click the bell notification button next to the subscribe button, otherwise YouTube will not notify you of when new videos are uploaded. So as always, stay fit, stay energetic, and go and get those gains. Peace.